Good evening, baseball fans. This is your broadcaster speaking on behalf of SESN, bringing to you live from Seattle, game day 23 of season 27 of the HEBBL between the Philadelphia Surge and the Seattle Sonics, broadcasted live from the corner of Edgar and Dave. For the visiting Fightin' Phils, they come off a clean sweep of Milwaukee and are fighting hard for the flag, with a tied for second 14-8 record alongside the Honey Badgers at St. Louis, formerly Denver. Led by a 6-6 night for Scary Gary in the first game and a strong pitching performance in the second, the Surge are sure to be in strong contention for the first position currently held by the Chicago Breeze. As for the Puget Sounders, they come off a most riveting come-from-behind victory Wednesday against Los Angeles, now Portland, that saw not only an 8-run deficit squashed, all told, but in addition seen 5 of those Sonic runs cross home plate in the bottom of the ninth in a dramatic walk-off 10-9 victory. New acquisition Aura scored the winning run of the game, as well as taking the victory in relief of compensation pick Echo's rough outing, but the real plaudits lie to the bench players of Seattle that have stayed on the team throughout the season. Batting in the 6th position was Riley Kias, who was making his HEBBL debut in the 7th full squad, only his second league game. The 8th and 9th slots were filled by Puerto Rican and Castopia, respectively. All 4 of these men played like 1,000 gamers on Wednesday, combining for a line score of 6 for 16, with 7 runs scored, 4 RBIs, a walk, and a triple. And the big hit yesterday for Seattle came from that triple, which was hit by Kaz with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th inning. Los Angeles pitcher Mad Knight was on the mound and bearing down, having 3 hit the Sonics and allowing only 1 run over 6 innings, going to the bottom half of the 7th, and was pitching with that 8-run lead. Well, Cass squared a bunt and missed, which drew the infield in, as well as for some odd peculiarity, the right fielder as well. Unfortunately for the Reapers, and fortunately for our hometown boys, Kaz walloped the next pitch past the right fielder and all the way to the wall, where it stopped dead in its tracks, allowing all 3 base runners to cross the plate and Kaz to wind up on third. The Sonics would carry this momentum through for its 5-run 9th, where full squad had the opportunity to bat twice in the inning, scoring the first run of the 9th and driving in the last with a long fly to the center field wall that fell on the warning track for a deserved Seattle victory. Let's briefly recap the day with the Seattle line score from Wednesday. Batting leadoff was Echo. Echo didn't have the greatest day for a debut in this season. He went 1 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. Batting in the 2nd position was Velonaris, the team skipper of Velonaris, had a great day at the plate and broke his personal batting slump. He went 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs and a run scored, and he also hit a solo home run in the 1st inning. Batting in the 3rd position was Bellinger, who had a very quiet day by his standards. The Seattle RBI leader on the season went 0 for 4. Then batting cleanup was Aura, who did more on the mound as opposed to at the plate. However, they went 1 for 4 and scored the winning run in the 9th inning after being intentionally passed. Batting in the 5th position was Jerko. Jerko was quiet up until that 9th inning, where they went 1 for 5 with an RBI. That lone hit, again, came in the 9th inning. Then batting in the 6th position, as I said, was Riley. Riley went 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk in their big league debut. Then batting initially in the 7th position for one at-bat was Velpux, who went 0 for 1 before yielding to full squad. Full squad's total for the day was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Then batting 8th, as I've mentioned prior, was Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican had 2 very nice Texas leaguers to go 2 for 4 on the day with 2 runs scored. And batting in the 9-hole was the real unsung hero, Castopia. 2 for 4, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored altogether. So the line score for Seattle was 10 runs on 15 hits, with, of course, all 10 being RBIs. They made no errors. On the mound, to open the day for the Sonics, was Echo. Echo in 6 2/3 innings gave up all 9 Los Angeles runs for 13 hits and only struck out 4, walked none. And incoming in for relief was Aura, who went 2 1/3 and gave up 3 hits and struck out 1. That was Aura's 4th win of the season. The 3-3 record had come with San Francisco in their prior appearances. Well, and now on to the slate of games for today. Starting off with the ones occurring right now. It started at 8 o'clock. Chicago Ravens and Arizona. Chicago is currently leading 6-0 in the Chicago third. Baltimore and Chicago Breeze. The Breeze are leading 9-2 in the Baltimore fourth. Portland and St. Louis. Portland are leading 5-4 in the Portland third. And coinciding with our game tonight at the 9 o'clock window, you'll see San Francisco and Washington, and Iowa and Milwaukee. And to give a brief understanding of the ideal course of events for the Sonics, the Chicago Ravens would be best victors. Baltimore over the Chicago Breeze, and Portland over St. Louis. So as it stands, 2 of 3 results going the way of the Sonics. But the most important one comes with San Francisco and Washington. If Washington defeats San Francisco and Seattle wins tonight, the Sonics will be tied for 7th position with San Francisco, and the Jailbirds would only hold it on run differential, which is pretty insurmountable at this point in the season. So in reality, Seattle would need to be 1 game ahead of any team in the 7th to be in the 7th position. And Milwaukee beating Iowa would be ideal for the Sonics to make sure that the Dream don't catch up to them from behind. We have some time here, so some out-of-town scoreboards. National Basketball Association at halftime, New York Knicks lead the Portland Trailblazers 59-49. In the fourth quarter in Washington, Los Angeles Lakers 115 and the Wizards 91. Halftime in Orlando, Toronto Raptors 57, halftime in Orlando, Raptors 57 and Orlando Magic 50. In Boston, just started the third quarter, Sacramento Kings 46 and the Celtics 72. In New Orleans, Pelicans are leading the Grizzlies 71-70. And some other pertinent news from the day. In the German Bundesliga, Köln beat Wolfsburg 1-0. And in Italian Serie A, Lazio beat Genoa 3-2. Round 2 was completed for golf at the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines in La Jolla, California. That's San Diego County. Justin Rose, English, is leading the pack, minus 17. He's 4 strokes ahead of Power of Ireland in second place, and tied for third are Dahmen and McGreevy at minus 11. So that's all for the broadcast, the pregame broadcast. And, of course, those 5 results and the rest of the league do not matter if the Sonics don't get their job done tonight. We'll find out if they can, starting at first pitch, which will be underway in just a moment. Please stand by. Well, we're just about to be underway here in Seattle. Lineups are being set as we speak. Philadelphia, of course, as the away team will bat first. Seattle will be on the field. The announced starting pitcher for Seattle today was Aura Furious. I'm not necessarily sure if Aura is here, but you can see it now. That's a fellow player traded from San Francisco, June, heading out to shortstop. Puerto Rican at third base right now. I didn't quite catch who was in the outfield. But yeah, we're just waiting on the lineups to be finalized, and we'll have baseball underway coming up in a moment. Hold on. Just want to try something. No. There we go. I just wanted to change it to black font so you can read it a little better. Yeah. When I'm on a wider angle, not directly over all this white, it's obviously quite legible. But you know, not so. Full squad, you can see, was the hero Wednesday. Well, lineups are announced and we're ready to go. Seattle waiting their right fielder. I believe that's full squad behind the plate. Scary Gary, first man up. For the Surge. As I said in the pregame, first game of the series with Milwaukee, the last two game series of the year. He had a 6-for-6 night. And there's X5 Owen, he's been missing for a while. Heading out to right field, I believe. Velenaris just kicked someone off the team. He looks like he's going to be at first base. Imagine Bellinger is at shortstop. Why don't we fly around and take a look? Or Furious is starting pitcher. It's Puerto Rican at third. Bellinger at second. I think that's June at second. Riley Kias at first base. Owen in the outfield. Actually, that looks like Jerko maybe. And there's Pikachu out in left. So catching will be Puerto Rican actually. I think Bellineris moved over the hot corner at third. So the first pitch is in there and lined up the middle, and it's caught by the shortstop. And that's the first out of the game and the first pitch. We got baseball underway here in Seattle. So the main reason they picked up Aura, if you look at their lifetime stats, on the season, we'll start there. Batted .230 and 190 with runners in scoring position. 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. Certainly not the most talented batsman in the league, of course, very productive. But entering this game 3-2, and that's just about a 3 ERA, as the count is even at 1-1. Lifetime batting, 305, 340 with runners in scoring position, 168 home runs, 516 RBIs. So perhaps not the most productive season at the plate in terms of Aura, but on the mound, still just as talented, as that's in there inside for strike 2. And Aura looking to shut the door here in the top of the first early. High. Check swing, not go around. And that's low, and the count is full now at 3-2. So Philadelphia looking for their first base runner. No score here, top of the first, game just underway. And the payoff pitch is hit to left center field. Left fielder makes the catch. And there is 2 away now. Here is Goffred, third man up. First pitch is hit out to right center field. It will fall in there for a base hit. First base hit of the day for Philadelphia. Rounding first and heading to second is Goffred. The throw is not in time. Legs it out for a double. And here is Zach Flame batting in the 4th position. So 100 batter at the cleanup. Not necessarily the most normal place to put a 100 batter. Swings and misses. Strike 1. So, runner at second base. First hit of the day for the Phils. That's in the dirt. Ball 1. Good chance to have my 4th cup of coffee right now as we wait the 1-1 pitch. That is fouled away, first base side. Zach reaching for that one. We'll do it again. Count 1 and 2. So here's the 1-2. Oh, pickoff move. Hold on. No. See, I like it just a little closer. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That retires the side in the top half of the first. Scary Gary lines to short. Zen locks. Flies to left. Goffred doubles and Zach Lafame strikes out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And the score after half an inning remains Philadelphia nothing, Seattle nothing, and here come the Sonics. Pikachu leading off. It's been a while since we've seen him. That's 371, left-handed pitcher, and on the mound is Senlaws, right-hander, 4-1 on the year. Certainly one of the top pitchers in the league by no stretch of the imagination. The Sarge, the left-hander, the long wind, and the throw, and the ball is inside. First pitch to a Sonic, bottom half of the first, at no score. So, 1-0 now from Zenlaws is fouled away, first base side. And we'll do it again, count even at 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1. Grounded, third base, and the throw is over and in time. The first out of the bottom half of the first. So here is June. Jailbird steps here into the left-handed batter's box. Senlaw's now coming back out to the mound. Oh, what the? Intentionally passed for Bellinger. Well, I guess that's one way to get on base. So June Feared, batting above the 500 mark. Lifetime 420 hitter as Bellinger takes a ball 1. I guess Bellinger changed his avatar. Expecting a trade to Arizona any minute. Unaware of who's to be traded back. I just know Bellinger was asking for a trade only to Arizona. He would not go if offered anywhere else. He announced that he wanted to leave the team after the 3-2 game against Los Angeles. First game of the last series, when Gabriel Play, 77, was picked off at second base with Tox, who has already been traded to San Francisco, at the plate in the bottom of the ninth with 2 away. Count is even at 2-2. Hook caught the inside corner. So June at first base. Bellinger. Check swing, did not go around, and the count is full at 3-2. Bellinger being pitched around carefully. I believe Bellinaris is probably the man on deck. So the long wind here from the southpaw. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and down goes Bellinger. Waved at that one, but just couldn't get it. So here is Bellinaris. Not a lifetime. He's a 1,000 gamer in his career, batting .333 in the season. He's really got that average back up as he takes the first pitch for a ball. A club captain. That's lifetime .360, 390s with runners in scoring position, 278 home runs, 836 RBIs. On the mound this season, not his greatest, as that's in there for a strike. 3-3 with a 5.61 ERA, which is about league average, but still doesn't look too good. So here's the 1-1 from Zenlaws. 2-1 now. And here's the pitch. Down the heart of the plate for strike 2. 2 just down the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on, and bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch. Swung and miss. Hook outside for strike 3. Down goes Bellinaris. So Pikachu grounds third to first. June intentionally passed. Bellinger strikes out swinging. Bellinaris strikes out swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. And the score, after 1 full inning, remains Seattle 0 and Philadelphia 0. So here come the Phils. Surge. Second inning now. Here's the 5-man Cheesy. Perhaps Zach LaFlame was batting the 4th position now that I think about it. In case someone shows up late, they want him in the cleanup. But either way, here's the pitch from the right-hander Aura, and that's it inside for a ball. And that's across the plate. Caught the low and away corner for strike 1. So, since we're not the ones batting, as that's hit to third base, Bellinaris to Riley in time. Just testing some camera angles here. This is the original one. It's from the foul pole. This is like an old school baseline. 0-1 is indeed full squad behind the plate. So Cheesy grounded out third to first to open the second inning. Here's the 0-1 on Zava. 0-2. High, ball 1. One, 2 now. Ball 2, low and in. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Chased that one, couldn't get it. 2 down now, and here is Friotech, Virgin Islander, I guess. Adding 197. I really wonder how this Philadelphia team is tied for second position if they're fielding players like this. No offense. Well, batting below the Mendoza line here in the 7th position. 0-1, or pitching quickly, couldn't catch up to that fastball. Way behind on it, and now the count quickly 0-2. Or a fast worker out there on the mound looking to end things right here. Ball inside. So 1-2 now on Friotech. And here's the pitch from Mora. Low and away, ball 2. 2's down the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the second. Philadelphia at the bat, and that ball is high and in. Count is full here at 3-2. Payoff pitch here. That is hit down the right field line. and foul. So we'll do it again here. Payoff pitch against. Could not catch up to that one. Down he goes for strike 3. So Cheesy grounds third to first. Zava strikes out swinging. Freewood strikes out swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. The score after 1 1/2 inning remains Philadelphia nothing, Seattle nothing, and here come the Sonics. Pitcher Ora now on the mound. Law's now ready. Long wind. High and in, but on the corner. Strike 1. And now 0-2. That is in the air. As I accidentally turned on the follow cam for the first out. Off foul to catcher. Here is X5 Owen. Owen. Good. Lot of experience. Batting a clean 300 in his career. 270 with runners on. In scoring position, 25 home runs and 67 RBIs. On the mound this season, 1-2 with a 13.2 ERA, so don't expect him to be warming up in the bullpen. So 1-1. Back clip the high and in corner for strike 2. So 1-2 now. And 1 down, bottom of the second. Swung on and missed. Was underneath that for strike 3. Well, here's Riley Kias. Second ever career game in HEBBL. His first game went 1 for 4 with a walk, a single, and a run scored. Could have had the winning run, drove it in the bottom of the 9th, but he squared a bunt, and the fielder's choice got the runner at home. Of course, full squad drove in the next man. So that ball was high and away. Here comes the 1-0 from Zenlaws. Swing and a miss. Couldn't connect on the speed properly there. Count is 1-1. Hit in the air, but not very far. Pitcher is up with it for the third out. So Ora pops to catcher. Owen strikes out swinging. Riley Kias pops to pitcher. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Score after 2 full innings. Philadelphia nothing, Seattle nothing. So here is 971. Batting in the 8th position. Want to know the count now on 971. And that one's low and away for ball 2. Waved at that one, 2-1. Ground ball, bounding ball to first base, Riley Kias. There to make the play. So here is 3S3. Bill the 9-hole. On deck, Scary Gary. Foul to first base side for the first pitch to 3S3. And now the count is 1-1. And that is hit on a one-hopper to short that rolls there. And the throw is not in time. Legs out an infield single. So Scary Gary batting here. Second hit of the day for the Fighting Phils. Surge and Sonic still no score. We're in the top half of the third. Ball in the dirt, 1-0. And now the count 2-0. That is hit to dead away center field. That ball is off the wall for a base hit. Jerko struggling around it. Might not be Jerko. In the outfield. And now there's runners at second and third. And one away. And here is the pitcher Zenlaz now. A booming double for Scary Gary off the wall. And Philadelphia threatened early here. Top half of the third. And only one away. So here's Zenlaz. Fly to left field. On a line. First time up. That is in there for strike one. Infield playing at their standard positions. Outfield. Center field is slightly shallow as check swing did not go around. Ball in the dirt. Count is even at 1-1. And that is hit. Line straight to shortstop, and it's a double play. How about that? So, put out at 6-5. Double play. Retires the side. Well, 971 grounds unassisted. First base. 3S3 singles. Scary Gary doubles. Zenlaz lines into double play. No runs. 2 hits. No errors. 1 left. And the score after 2.5 innings remains Philadelphia nothing and Seattle nothing. So the Surge threaten early, cannot score. Line into double play. Bad base running gaff there by 3S3 at third base. Jerko's ready now. Played in his first game of the season, last time out against Los Angeles. Went 1 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. No, sorry, just an RBI. Did not score. Well, nonetheless, Zenlaz probably remonstrating with his team as they could have still had second and third and 2 away. Takes the hill here after a short delay. Bottom half of the third and no score. Southpaw is ready. First pitch to Jerko. Way out in front of that for strike one. Zenlaz got his sign quickly. And Jerko pops that one up. Rolling. The pitcher is up with it. The throw is not in time. An infield single for Jerko. And just like that, there goes the no-hitter. Seattle on the board in the hit column. Here's full squad batting in the 9th position. The ex-IPUer playing in his 3rd career game. And just look like that. If he keeps hitting like that, he deserves to stay. 1-0 as the ball was in the dirt. So Jerko off at first on a short infield single that was popped in the air. 2-0, a high hook. Infield still at their standard position. Third base shaded a little in. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Slow curve up the middle. Could not time it up. On deck is Pikachu, grounded third to first, his leading off in the bottom half of the first. Well, the 2-1 is on its way. And he swings and misses at it and evens the count at 2 apiece. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That one nowhere in the zone on a ball far inside. So 1 out now. And 1 on. Pikachu doesn't pull the trigger on a ball in the zone. Hits that one straight to short. Was not caught. They tried for the double play, so it will just be a force out at shortstop. So now Pikachu is the man on base, and June is coming up, intentionally passed his first time. He will be intentionally passed again. That puts a runner on in scoring position for the Sonics. Here comes Bellinger. Bellinger struck out swinging. First time up in the first. So, runner in scoring position for the first time today for the Sonics. And that's a curve. Never was in the zone. 1-0 the count. 1-1. That clipped the high part. So here's the 1-1. In there, strike 2. So the 1-2 now. In the dirt, ball 2. Aye, and away, ball 3. So here's the 3-2. On Bellinger, runners will be in motion. Here's the pitch. He hits that foul down the third base line. We'll do it again. 2 on, 2 away. Bottom half of the third. Sonics nothing and the Surge nothing. Zenlos in a battle here with Bellinger. Chance to break the game open early for the man supposedly about to be traded. The payoff pitch again is on its way. The long wind. Southpander delivers. And that is line to second to end the inning. So Cherkov singles. Full squad strikes out swinging. Pikachu grounds into fielder's choice. June is intentionally passed and Bellinger lines to second. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left. The score after 3 full innings still remains Seattle nothing, Philadelphia nothing. So Aura will take the mound again, and the top half of the 4th, Bootsegg still all across the board. First pitch to Goffred is high and away, ball 1. Goffred doubled for the first hidden base runner of the day in the first inning. 1-0 now. Lines that one up the middle, straight to the center fielder on a hop. The throw comes in quickly to hold him, and just like that, a leadoff single for the Phils. So here's Zach LaFlame now. LaFlame went 0 for 1. 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out swinging to end the first inning. 4th hit of the day for Philadelphia. That's across the plate. Strike 1. And now the count is even Steven at 1 apiece. And that is hit. into the gap here. Right center field. Center fielder Jerko is up with it. The throw comes to the shortstop. Rounding third and heading up. Staying put now. Oh, brother. Runners at second and third. Zach LaFlame. Definitely not at 100 anymore. Goffred now standing at third. So runners at second and third and none away. Top half of the fourth. Cheesy swings and misses for strike one. Led off the second and grounded third to first. His one and only time up thus far. So Philadelphia had second and third, 2 outs. Could not score as a pickoff play there at the third. Almost got the runner, but it was not to be. So 0-1 on Cheesy. Ball in the dirt. 1 apiece. One and two now. Ball in. 2 apiece now. And down he goes. Down on strikes. Just like that. First out of the inning. Arizawa also struck out. On deck is Friotech, who furthermore struck out his last time up. So Aura standing still now. Big. Another big chance for Aura to bear down here. I believe Pikachu disconnected out in left field. So a slight delay here as left field is replaced. Top half of the fifth, 2 out and 1 away. No score here for either side. Aura and Zenlos have been brilliant as of now. That is hit to left field. That's going to fall in for a run. Philadelphia, just like that. On the board, Zava with an RBI single. Runners at the corners and only 1 away. So Goffred comes across with the first Philadelphia run and the first run of the game. Friotech takes a pitch there. And count is 1-0. So here comes the 1-0. 2-0 now, high and in. On deck is 971, grounded unassisted to first base in the third inning. That clips the corner. Count is now 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 2 apiece here. A slow one was hit out to right field. That's not going to be caught. A run will score. Runner will be back at the corner. So a ball falls in front of the right fielder for Friotech. Another RBI single. Zach LaFlame comes across with the second Philadelphia run. Salva standing at third base for 971. So 2-0 Philadelphia. One-0. He chased at that one and fouled it to the third base side. So 1 down the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on, and the top half of the fourth. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That is hit in the air. First baseman has it. Make the catch. So here is 353 singled in the third inning, last time up. That is popped. Uh-oh. Full squad is up with it. The long throw is in time to prevent a run. So, here in Seattle, Goffred singles, Zach LaFlame doubles, Cheesy strikes out looking. Zava, RBI singles, Friotech RBI singles. 9-7-1, pops the first and 3-5-3, grounds, catcher to first. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And the score after 3.5 innings, Philadelphia 2, Seattle nothing. So, Valinaris in the batter's box now. The left-handed batsman struck out swinging to end the first inning, his first time up. On deck is Aura, then Owen to follow in the hole. Bottom half of the fourth here, and Philadelphia now ahead by 2. First pitch is fouled by Valinaris, was out reaching for that one. Was guessing a ball in the zone. That one far inside. So Zenlaws now, from the long windup, kicks, winds, delivers. Here's the pitch. Reaches out for that one. One hopper to second base. The throw from the outfield grass is in time. And that was a real close one. Must have got him by half a step. But a first out here in the fourth inning nonetheless. So here is Aura, looking to perhaps answer back for those 2 runs he allowed in the top half here. It's the first pitch. That one well out of the zone. And just like that, retired by the third baseman. So here's X5 Owen. Struck out swinging in the second. Been a while since he's been on the field. As Zenlaws runs away, he sees Riley Kias standing in the on-deck circle. And Riley, in his second career game, has a lifetime batting average of 200 flat. 1 for 5 with a walk and a run scored. So, end of the mound discussion over by the on-deck circle. They're going to pitch to Owen. They think they can save the out for the 5th inning. Well, here is the pitch from Southpaw, and that's low. Ball 1. Owen promised us on the broadcast a long time ago that he hit a grand slam in the 7th inning. He did not hit a grand slam, and he hasn't. But he did hit a booming 3-run home run that probably happened because of the fact that I had the screen on standby mode, so it did not capture the visual. Well, either way, here's the 1-1. That is hit out in the air. Left field. Left fielder is going to be there to make the catch. So 1-2-3 goes the Sonics. Valinaris grounds second to first. Aura pops to third. Owen flies to left. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And the score after 4 full innings remains Philadelphia 2, Seattle nothing. So, Scary Gary, Zenlaws, and Goffred do up here in the top half of the 5th for the Surge. Scary Gary is 1 for 2 on the day, doubled his last time up, popped to short to open the game. Ball high here, Aura still on the mound. Right-hander looking to settle the team after that long 4th inning. So the 1-0 now. Grounded through the box. Second baseman is up with it. Quick throw in time. Down goes Scary Gary. Here is Zenlaws. Lined into a double play. Short to third. And the third to end the inning. Taking his sweet time to get here into the batter's box. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Here is the pitch. Hits that one up in center field. That ball is going to be out for a home run. It just cleared the wall here in Seattle. The fireworks went off. It is a home run. Zenlaw is not running for it around the bases, but it is a home run. So just like that, Philadelphia, 3rd run on the board. Perhaps Zenlaws himself surprised. And now the score is 3-0 Philadelphia. So here is Goffred. 2 for 2 on the day. A double and a single came around to score in the fourth. 1-0 the count. Flame on deck. Doubled in the fourth inning his last time up. So here's the 1-0. Grounded just to the left of the mound. Short to first, and Goffred doesn't run it out. So Aura perhaps a bit unlucky there. I personally thought that ball was more likely to be caught than to be out of the stadium. But alas, it's 3-0, and here is the Flame. Struck out swinging his first time up in the first to end that inning. Due up for Seattle, bottom half of the fifth, Riley Kias, Jerko, full squad, 7-8-9 for the Sonics. They really need to get something going. They've been one hit as of now. June was intentionally passed twice, Jerko the lone single, an infield blooper. As the count is evened at 1 apiece here. 2 outs in the top of the fifth, Philadelphia now leading 3-0. Aura, from the stretch, lines that one out to short for the final out. Scary Gary grounds second to first. Zenlaws homers to center field. Goffred grounds short to first, and Zach the Flame lines to short. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. And the score after 4.5 innings, Seattle now trailing to Philadelphia 3-0. So here is Riley, pumped to pitcher in the second to end that inning, his one and only time up as of now. Zenlaw's taking a second to get to the mound here. Everyone is ready here in Seattle. The southpaw has been brilliant. He has struck out 4 and given up only 1 hit, both walks intentional. 1-0, ball is high and inside. Perhaps trying to expose Riley's youth and inexperience. Well, Los Angeles tried that on Wednesday, and it did not pay off. Bottom half of the lineup, brilliant, but that is a 1-1. Caught stretching at that one. Change of speeds messed up his vision of the strike zone. And now pitching quickly. Expect a fastball here. Well, another slow ball. He would have fooled me. 1-2 in the dirt. Looking for a quick strikeout here. Now surely you throw a fast one. Here's the 1-2. Oh, another slow one. That clipped the corner for strike 3. Down goes Riley Kias. Caught staring. And here is Jerko. A blooper down the third base line, his last time up for an infield single. Long wind now from Zenlaws. Inside, ball 1. So 1 fast one and 3 slow ones to Riley. Let's see if it happens. Definitely going to be a change of speeds here. You always want to change your speed so that you can't time them as well. Yes, sir. Slow one. And Jerko is ready for it, and he rifles it down the right field line. Scary Gary out of the way. That ball's in there. It's off the wall. Jerko is rounding first and heading to second, and he slides in. He is safe. So just like that, a runner at second base, and here comes full squad. Second hit of the day for the Sonics, and now threatening again. Runner in scoring position. On deck is the one man, Pikachu, assuming that he was not replaced in the lineup after disconnecting. Full squad waves, 0-1. Struck out swinging in the third inning for the first out. But here we are now. Jerko with both hits for the Sonics. Inside, ball 1. Zenlaws' offering is on its way. Oh! He crushes that! Right field! That is in the stands for a home run! How about that from full squad? How about that? And the Sonics now on the board here. Full squad was ready for the pitch, and he belted that one. A beautiful blast that scorched its way about 5 rows back. And just like that, the score now, Philadelphia 3, Seattle 2. And Full Squad has put the Sonics back in it here in the bottom half of the 5th. Third career game. What difference does it make? Just like that, Full Squad has been the most brilliant batter in the past 2 games for the Sonics. Well, here is June, intentionally passed twice. Now batting in the first position because Pikachu disconnected. And he's going to be passed anyways. So how about that? So Bellinger is now batting in the second position. I need to fix my scorecard. Ball 1. So June has been intentionally walked twice. I mean, thrice now. Pikachu went 0 for 2 in the leadoff spot. So, here's Bellinger. Struck out swinging in the first, lying to left field in the third. He's been shifted up, as I said, in the lineup. Go back to the camera now. Running on scoring position 1 and 2. Hits that one. Caught by second base. Cannot get the throw in. Holds the ball instead. So here's Pikachu now batting in the third position. On deck is Valinaris. Waves at that one, strike 1. So runner at first base is June. Senlaws just does not want anything to do with him. The long windup here. 1 and 1, ball in. Well, Full Squad has been brilliant. I believe he was with San Diego, or maybe Fubon in IPU. Fouls that one, third base side, third base digging for it, will not get there. So 1 and 2 the count. And Pikachu looking to break his personal goose egg. Full Squad broke the team one. Bottom half of the 5th, and now a 1-run game. 3-2 Philadelphia, and the 1-2 is hit up the middle. It will fall between shortstop and second, station to station. Go the Sonics. So here is Valinaris, club captain, batting with a runner in scoring position for the first time today. And just like that, Pikachu does in fact break his personal goose egg. Seattle threatening to tie the game, if not take the lead. Bottom half of the 5th. Big 2-out rally, potentially, for the Sonics here. On deck is Aura 0 for 2. Valinaris waves at that one in the dirt. Count is even at 1 and 1. Here's the pitch from the southpaw. 2 and 1, ball outside. And now, pitching again quickly, here it comes. Ball in the dirt, 3 and 1. Valinaris looking for the hitter's pitch here. Looking to crack this old one open. 3-1 now. Is hit out in the air, left field. Will it fall? Most likely not. Left fielder is there to make the catch to end the inning. Well, Riley Kia strikes out looking. Jerko doubles. Full Squad homers. June is intentionally passed. Bellinger lines to second. Pikachu singles and Valinaris flies to left. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. And the score after 5 innings, Philadelphia 3, Seattle 2. Top half of the 6 here, and Cheesy is the leadoff man. Last time up, he struck out looking. For the first out in the 4th inning, grounded third to first to open the game, to open his account in the 2nd. Long throw from Valinaris will get the out here in the 6th inning. Zava, the main culprit, RBI single in the 4th for the first for the first surge run. 1-0, ball outside. Orr still wheeling and dealing there. Gave up the home run in the 5th. Gave up 4 hits in the 4th. Looking for a quick one here. Momentum shift, hopefully towards Seattle. 1 down the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. No way. 1-run ball game here, bottom of the 6th. And here's the pitch. In there. Strike 2. On deck is Frio Tech. Had the other RBI single in the 4th inning. In the hole, 9-7-1. And now the count is evened at 2-2 here. Or looking for the knockout pitch here. Zava looking for the knockout blast. Here it comes. 2-2. High. Ball 3 and the count is full. Payoff pitch here. Not a chance. Strike 3. Didn't catch up to it. And the ball he was chasing. So Frio Tech here. Struck out swinging to end the 2nd. And RBI single, as I said, in the 4th. Here's the first pitch. It's fouled. First base side. That will make... Oh, I thought I was going to make the 2nd deck, but the depth perception a little off on that one. Well, nonetheless, 0-1. Here's a pitch from Mora. High. Count even now, 1 apiece. Top of the 6th inning. Philadelphia with only a 1-run lead now. 3-2 the score. That one through the box, through the pitcher's legs. Short. Over to first in time. Retires the side on a 1-2-3. Cheesy grounds third to first. Ava strikes out swinging. Frio Tech grounds short to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And the score after 5.5 innings remains Philadelphia 3, Seattle 2. Well, here is Ora here, batting in the bottom half, perhaps looking to atone for his errors in the 5th and 4th innings. 0 for 2 today, popped out to 3rd, and popped out to catcher in the 2nd. That pop out of 3rd came in the 4th inning. Well, Senlaws is not the man on the mound. Here he comes. I believe there's been a fielding change too, by the way. I think someone might have just got flung. Well, not really my concern. There he comes back. Perhaps a lesson in 3-dimensional kinematics there. While we're waiting, some scores from around the professional organizations. National Basketball Association. Raptors and Magic in a 3-point game with 6 minutes left in the 4th. Magic leading 107-104 in Orlando. Suns and Cavaliers are almost about to end the first half. Phoenix leading 49-42. Here's the first pitch from Aura that's in there for a ball. About to end the 2nd quarter as well is the Denver Nuggets and Los Angeles Clippers. Denver leads 53-48. And Utah Jazz lead 24-20 over the Brooklyn Nets, as that's in there for a strike with 2:20 left in the 1st quarter. Final scores from across the league. New York beat Portland 127-97. Los Angeles beat Washington 142-111. Boston beat Sacramento, as that's hit out to 3rd base and fouled for the first out. Boston beat Sacramento 112-93. Up steps Owen. He's 0 for 2. Slide to left his last time up. And New Orleans beat Memphis 114-106. Well, on deck is Riley Kias. He struck out looking his last time up. 1 game today in the National Hockey League. 3-2 Columbus Blue Jackets over the Chicago Blackhawks in Chicago. Waves at that one for strike 3. Strike 1, my apologies. Well, here's the 2-1. Long windup here from Zenlaws. Still wheeling and dealing. In there for a strike. Count is even at 2 apiece now. Bottom half of the 6th in a 1-run game and 1 away here. Two and two. Is hit out in the air to the third baseman who makes the catch. Well, here is Riley. 1 for 6 in his short career. All coming this season, of course. Looking for another base hit. Well, Zenlaws is a much tougher pitcher than his Los Angeles counterparts, as that's in there for a ball on the low part of the areas. He got 3 slow ones, all curves after that. Waved at a 1 outside. I'm gonna imagine this one might be in the zone. He threw a low ball, fast, perhaps a curve top left corner. Oh, that was bottom right corner, but 1-1 nonetheless. So it was a slow curve. Perhaps another one here outside. Just kind of guessing here, you know. It's a little fun. Here's the 1-1. That was, in fact, a curve. That was low and in, but I believe in the zone nonetheless. Well, 1 and 2, probably not going in the zone again, you know. Gave him 2 good ones to hit. Definitely not going to be one here. There's no way. Well, here's the 1-2. Yeah, that was a ball. Inside for strike 3. So 1-2-3 inning here for the Surge on the mound. Ora pops the third. Owen out of center field. Riley Kies strikes out swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. The score after 6 is still Philadelphia 3 and Seattle 2. Well, 9-7-1, 3S3, and Scary Gary are due up in the 7th inning for the Surge. I'm going to have to take a short break from the microphone here. So if the game starts and I'm not back, I'm just going to keep the feed rolling. Oh, actually, never mind. I thought I had to, but we don't. So anyways, we're back here. Cool Breon batting in pinch hit duty for 9-7-1. 9-7-1 went 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to first and popped out to first. Or still out there to start the top half of the 7th. So here's the pitch. Swings and misses for strike 1. Foul, first base. Down on strikes. Sorry, I was a little zoned out. Hip is 3S3. Singled in the third, was left stranded. No, well, he was actually out at third base. He was the one who was doubled off. And grounded catcher to first in the 4th. Almost got a RBI off an infield single, but a good one there. So here's the 1-1. That is low and away in the zone for a strike. That is popped down the third base line, and the official will go and get it. Bernie's. That is hit up in center field. Second hit of the day for 3S3. Quick throw in. And now 1 on here for Philadelphia. So here's Scary Gary. 1 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. He hits that one to left field. Pikachu is there to make the catch. Then Laws watches one go down the plate. For strike one. The pitcher hit a homer his last time up, and he fouls that one into the seats on a hop. 0-2. And he hits that one to the first base side foul. Who is that? Riley, I think, could not get there in time. Playing in a standard position, not holding the runner, of course, because well, swings and misses for strike three. So, Cool Brian pinch hitting, strikes out swinging, 3-3 singles. Scary Gary lines to left. Zenlaw strikes out swinging. No runs on one hit. No errors on one left. And the score after 6.5 remains Philadelphia 3, Seattle 2. Well, here is Jerko, singled and doubled, triple and a home run shy of the cycle. Zenlaw's doing a bit of extracurricular here in the bottom half of the 7th. He's been pitching pretty well. 2 runs on 4 hits is his tally. He has 3, 4, 6 strikeouts and 3 walks, all 3 intentional. Due up here, Jerko, full squad, June. June been moved up to leadoff spot because Pikachu disconnected. Jerko swings and misses for strike 1. I'm going to imagine that he's going to change up his pitching style. Yeah, that's in there for a ball. Jerko, good eye. So here's the 1-1, bottom half of the 7th. Oh, out in front of that one. He swung a little too early there. He had the placement, but not the timing. He's not going to get a better one, but here's the 1-2. High, and the count is even again. So here we are now. Oh, way out in front of that one for strike 3. Not the greatest at bat by Jerko. So here's full squad. Takes that first pitch for a strike down the middle. So here's the 0-1. Fouled, third base side. Swings and misses for strike 3. Well, June walked again. Bit unfortunate. So here's Bellinger. 0 for 3 today. In the second position, last time up, he lined to second. When he was batting third, he struck out swinging in the first and lined to left in the third. Well, bottom of the 7th, 1 on and 2 away. Down by 1 are the Sonics. Here's the pitch to Bellinger. That one's in there for a strike. 0-2. On deck, Pikachu. 1 for 3. Here's the 0-2. Outside. Bellinger not been playing very well. He was 0 for 4 on Wednesday. One and 2. High. Two apiece. Here it comes. Rifled, right field, but just foul. So we do it again. 2's down the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on, and a 1-run game. Seattle with 2 runs, Philadelphia with 3. 2-2 again from the wily southpaw. Here it comes, inside, and the count is full. Bellinger looking for something good here. Just anything to keep the inning alive. Here comes the payoff pitch. The man was in motion. Knife is grounded up the middle. And the throw is over to first in time. So, Jerko strikes out swinging. Full squad strikes out swinging. June intentionally passed and Bellinger grounds short to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. And the score after 7 full innings remains Philadelphia 3, Seattle 2. A tight game here at the ballpark. Goffred, Zach LaFlame, Cheesy. Well, X5 Owen is coming on the mound in relief. Unless we're just being pranked here. Aura is scattered a lot of contact. 3 runs on 9 hits, and it looks like his day is done. So here in the 8th inning, pitching change. Aura will be in line for the loss should the result stand as it is. That's 1-1. So he goes 7 innings, gives up 9 hits for 3 runs, strikes out 6 and walks none. Gave up 1 home run. The 1-1 to Goffred. Ball outside, 2-1. Goffred singled and doubled and grounded short to first his last time up and has scored a run in this game. That came in the 4th inning after that single. Well, here's the 2-1. Reaches out for it and gets it. Lines to center field on the hop for a base hit. Leadoff man is aboard here for Philadelphia. And it's their 10th hit of the day. Here comes Zach LaFlame. Had a ringing double for his lone hit in the 4th inning. Came around to score. Line to short to end the 5th last time up. Owen on the mound. That one started on the low part of the zone and went down into the dirt. So the 1-0 now. Owen is ready. Here it comes. In there for a strike on the corner. So I suppose that I don't know much, but Owen is 1 for 2 with a 13.2 ERA. He gave up 12 runs in the span of 2 1/3 inning for back-to-back losses. 1 came in relief and 1 started. He's relieved and blew a game against Washington. Started the day after and lost as well, as I just said. But anyways, 1 and 2. On deck is Cheesy. Cheesy 0 for 3. 1-2 now. Inside, ball 2, and evens the count. Well, it's 10:15 Eastern time here. Game's been going on for about an hour and change. That is hit to shortstop for the first out of the inning. So Football God is now batting for Cheesy in the 5th position. Cheesy went 0 for 3, as I said, with a strikeout that came in the 4th inning. So the left-handed batter, first time today, ball outside. Dancing off of first base is Goffred. On deck is Zava. RBI single for his lone hit, struck out twice. 1-0. Hit out to right field. The first baseman cannot make the catch. And now heading to third and coming back is Goffred. So first and second base for Zava. Station to station they go. Pinch hit single for Football. Football God. Waves at that one. In the dirt. Or strike one. Here's the 0-1 now. Pops that. Third base. Out on the infield fly. And now Friotech here. Here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt. 1-0. Friotech 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Grounded short to first to end the sixth last time up. Ball too high. Just finished my 4th cup of coffee. Took me a while. Hits that out to center field, where it'll be caught for the 3rd out. So, Goffred singles. Zach LaFlame lines to short. Football got singles. Hava pops to 3rd. Friotech lines to center. No runs. 2 hits. No errors. 2 left. And the score after 7.5 remains Philadelphia 3 and Seattle 2. They just need to get one more run across the plate. Seattle with 6 outs to do it. Scary Gary is coming on the mound for the save. That will close the day on Zenlaws, who also goes 7 innings. Gives up 2 runs on 4 hits. Oh, please don't tell me that Zenlaws is not done. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm going to be kind of disappointed because I started writing things down. They're just playing catch. Zenlaws is walking away. Still dancing. Okay, well, Zenlaws will pitch, so I need to rewrite my scorecard. Come on. We're just wasting time out here. Everyone's ready. Perhaps they're discussing if Zenlaws will pitch to Pikachu. Single the last time in the 5th inning. Bottom of the 8th, and it is indeed Zenlaws. So, all that for nothing. Here's the first offering. In there for a ball inside. One and 0 on Pikachu. Fouled, 3rd base side. One and 1 down Broadway, and that is drilled to the left field. Oh, what a catch! He robbed him of a clean double. He drilled that one down the left field line, and the left fielder made a brilliant diving display to rob Pikachu of a base hit. Unlucky there. All in the dirt. 1-0. Two and 0 on the Captain Valinaris. 0 for 3 today. Struck out swinging in the 1st. Grounded 2nd to 1st in the 4th. Line to left to end the 5th inning last time up. Long line from Zenlaws. Perhaps looking for a complete game. Hit up the middle, and that should be caught in center field. So here is Aura. 0 for 3 as well. Middle of the lineup, doing nothing. Owen on deck here. Oh, what are we doing? Just waiting here. Zenlaws is running behind the plate, I think. It looks like there will indeed be a pitching change. Yes, sir. Well, I have to figure out who's on the mound. Scary Gary, okay. So that does indeed end the day for Zenlaws. He goes 7 2/3 innings. That's in the dirt. 7 2/3 innings. Gives up still 4 hits, 2 runs. Struck out 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Struck out 8 and walked 4, all intentional, all to June. Gave up 1 home run to full squad. Well, the 1-0 now. Here it comes. In there on the high and in corner for a strike. On deck Owen, also 0 for 3 today. One and two, low and in. Ball outside, and the count is even at 2 apiece. 2's down the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th in a 1-run game. Seattle trailing 3-2. And here comes the 2-2 to Orpheus. High, and the count is full now at 3-2. On deck is Owen. I said that already. Good riddance. But either way, here comes the 3-2. Gary off the mound now. Just 4 more outs left for the Sonics to get 1 lone run. Tie up this old ball game. Gary is ready here. The payoff pitch. Another long wind here from a Philadelphia man. Rifled. Just foul down the first base side. Just a bit unlucky there from the Sonic batsman. Still trying to atone for those 3 runs he gave up to the Surge. Well, here's the 3-2. Another payoff pitch on the way. Swung and missed for strike 3, and down he goes. Pikachu lines to left. Velenaris lines to center. Ora strikes out swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And the score after... And the score after 8 full innings still remains Philadelphia 3, Seattle 2. Well, anything can still happen here. The Fightin' Phil's ahead by 1 run here. 8-9-1 up for the Surge. It's Cool Brian, 3-3, and Scary Gary as Brian lines to left to open up the top half of the 9th. So here's 3-3. Singled his last time up in the 7th. Grounded catcher to first in the 4th and singled in the 3rd. Owen, the right-hander, is looking in the windup now. 1-0, ball inside. Well, due up in the bottom half of the 9th, Owen, Riley, Kias, Jerko. And 1-1, the ball's in the dirt. Wonder if they can get to full squad, and full squad can be the hero in back-to-back games. 1's down the board here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1-run game, top half of the 9th. That one is laid out. 1 hopper to Velenaris over at 3rd. The throw is over and in time. Well, here is the pitcher, the reliever, Scary Gary, looking for a 4-out save. 1 for 4 today, with a double in the 3rd. Was left stranded there after Zenlaws on deck lined into a double play. Well, either way, here's the pitch from Owen. Right down the plate. That ball is hit out to center field. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone. And now a 2-run ball game as Scary Gary helps his cause and hits a home run to dead away center field, just over the wall again. So another home run for the Surge. And now the score is 4-2 as we approach the bottom half of the ninth. Perhaps there won't be any heroics from the Sonics tonight. But either way, there's still one more out here in the top half of the ninth, and 3 outs to go for the Sonics. Well, Owen certainly didn't make things easier. On deck, leading off, in the bottom of the ninth. Here is Zenlaws, homered in the 5th for his lone hit. Struck out swinging his last time up, and a lazy one. Riley is there, will take it himself. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Well, Cool Beyond lines to the left. 3S3 grounds third to first. Scary Gary homers and Zenlaws grounds out to first. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors and none left. And the score after 8.5 now reads Philadelphia 4 and Seattle 2. Bottom half of the ninth. Philadelphia out-hitting them by 8, but more importantly outscoring Seattle by 2. Owen, Riley, Chaos, Jerko. Jerko's had a good day. He's 2 for 3. Riley has struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. And here is Owen, 0 for 3. Out in center field his last time up. Scary Gary looking for the 4-out save. Here's the pitch to his opposing reliever. Owen swings and misses for strike 1. Ball low and away. Out reaching for it, perhaps trying too hard to atone for his error in the top half here. Well, everyone is in here, and everyone is ready. The long wind from the southpaw. Here's the pitch. It's down the plate. Owen drills that one left center field. That is off the wall. And it's in play for a stand-up double. So the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Riley Kias. Oh, and now we have a pinch hitter. Puerto Rican is coming off the bench. So Owen doubles here. Make things a little more interested. Can Puerto Rican do it? The tying run is in his bat. And today on Riley, by the way. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Down the plate for strike 1. Well, it's a bit more interesting here now. Jerko on deck and full squad in the hole. Those are the 3 men that have to get 2 runs. Owen has done his job with a double. Puerto Rican fouls it to third base. Oh, it's caught in foul territory. Unlucky there for the pinch hitter. Well, here is Jerko. 2 for 3 today. Doubled and scored in the 5th, singled in the 3rd, struck out swinging his last time up in the 7th inning. Batting with a runner in scoring position here. On deck full squad, homered in the 5th, 2-run homer. And in the hole is June, who has been walked 4 times in this game. Well, 1-0 on Jerko here. Bottom of the 9th. A tricky situation. And a quick pick over at second and no one there. Infielders way back. Well, I'm trying to think of what you would do in this situation. I guess if you hit a bunt hard enough past the pitcher's mound, you might have a chance for an infield single. But Jerko lifts that one lazy to left. And now there is 2 away. The Sonics down to their last out in the form of full squad. Well, if you believe in wishing to get a home run, now's the time for full squad. Little pep talk there for Scary Gary. Full squad already has had lightning strike his bat. Can it strike twice in one place? Different reliever, but 2 runs are needed. Down the plate for strike 1. Well. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses for strike 2. Seattle down to their final out. 2 runs to get. Owen off of second base. middle infielders playing far back. Here's the 0-2. He hits that one out to left. A Texas leaguer that falls. Owen is coming home with one run here, and the score is now 4-3 in favor of Philadelphia. Here is June. He's been walked 4 times in this game. RBI single for full squad. And my oh my, has he been brilliant. Well, June is being intentionally passed for the 5th time today. Bellinger now. Runner in scoring position. 2 away. 0 for 4 today. Can he get a hit? Just one measly hit to tie up the old ball game. Oh, and 2 outs and a first pitch of the ball in the dirt. They probably would want to pitch them carefully. On deck is Pikachu. Pikachu 1 for 4. Lined out to left field to open the 8th his last time up. On deck is the captain Bellinaris. Well, 1-1 called strike in there. This is really a big at-bat here for Bellinger. Has been legendary in this season with runners in scoring position, batting above 800. Well, here's the 1-1. Inside for ball 2. I don't know why you would pitch to June and not pitch to Bellinger. I mean, well, other way around. Not pitch to June and pitch to Bellinger. 733 with runners in scoring position. The count is even at 2 apiece. 2's down the board. 2 balls. 2 strikes. 2 outs. 2 on. And a 1-run ball game for the Sonics. 4-3 Philadelphia. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, and the count is full. Well, it's the bottom of the 9th. The bases aren't loaded, but this is basically as close as you want it to be. The payoff pitch is out on its way. Bellinger needs a moment here. Will he get a clip, or will he get a K? Those are really the only 2 outcomes to me. They might walk him. And, a pitcher pickoff. But no dice there. The outfielders playing too far back off their bases to do anything. But 3-2. Third baseman, the closest in. If you had guts, you would bunt down the third base line, but I don't imagine they would do that here. Well, here's the payoff pitch. The runners are in motion. That one's lifted and caught by the first baseman to end the game. Well, that does it here in Seattle, and the Surge take a close 1-run victory. Winning pitcher is Zenlaws. Losing pitcher is Aura. Scary Gary with the save. So, if it wasn't for Owen giving up that home run, we would be in a tie ball game going to extra innings. But, of course, you wouldn't know what would happen had Owen not given up that home run. Perhaps it would have went 1-2-3. But, irregardless, in the bottom of the 9th inning, Owen doubles. Whiterican lines to third. Jerko lines to left. Full squad RBI singles. June is intentionally passed, and Bellinger pops to first to end the game. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 2 left. So this final score here in Seattle, Philadelphia 4, Seattle 3. Let's take a look at the Lions scores here, starting with the traveling Philadelphians. Scary Gary was the leadoff man. He got the save on the hill. He helped his cause in the top of the 9th inning by solo homering. On the day, he went 2 for 5, with a run scored and an RBI. His other hit, a double. In the second position was the starting pitcher Zenlaws, who got the win. He only had 1 hit, but it was a nice home run to center field. So he went 1 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. He also struck out once. Batting in the third position was Goffred. Goffred had a great day at the plate. He went 3 for 4 with a run scored. He doubled once and singled twice. Batting cleanup was Zach LaFlame. He wasn't necessarily the most thought-after slugger batting the cleanup spot, but he did enough. He went 1 for 4 with a run scored, and that hit was a double. That's in the 4th. Batting in the 5th position was Chesy. He went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Football got finished for him. Batted in the 8th inning. singled in his lone at bat. Java batted in the 6th position. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI and 2 strikeouts. Then in the 7th position, Friotech also went 1 for 4 with an RBI, but only 1 strikeout. 971 started in the 8th position, was replaced by Coolbrion in the 7th. 971 went 0 for 2, and Coolbrion also went 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Batting in the 9th position was 3S3, who went 2 for 4 with 2 singles. On the mound for the Philadelphians, Senlaws takes the win. 7 2/3 innings. He gave up 4 hits and 2 runs, struck out 8, walked 4, all intentionally. Gave up 1 home run. Scary Gary finished the day 1 for 1 with the save. 1.1 innings with the save. He gave up 2 hits and 1 run total. He struck out 1 and walked 1 intentionally. Now to the Seattle line score. Pikachu started the day in the leadoff spot, going 0 for 2 before being replaced by June, who was scooted up. June went 0 for 0 with 3 walks, batting in the 1st position. And June started the day in the 2nd position, where he went 0 for 0 with 2 walks. Bellinger finished there, was also scooted up, and went 0 for 3. Well, Bellinger in the 3rd position went 0 for 2 with a strikeout, before Pikachu came in, who went 1 for 2 with a single. Then batting cleanup was Captain Bellinares, who went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Batting in the 5th position was Aura, who went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. And in the 6th position was Owen, who got a double and scored in the 9th inning. Overall, he went 1 for 4, runs scored, and a strikeout. Batting in the 7th position to start the game was Riley Kios. While the second gamer could not strike lightning again, the former debutant went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, before being replaced by Puerto Rico in the 9th inning, who got unlucky and went 0 for 1. Well, here's Jerko batted in the 8th position, and he started off strong but faltered some. He went 2 for 4 with a run scored. He doubled in the 5th inning. He struck out once as well. Batting in the 9th position was Full Squad. Full Squad had the biggest hit of the day, the 2-run home run in the 5th inning. He went, and he also had the RBI single in the 9th. Though he accounted for all 3 RBIs for the Sonics, but he went 2 for 4 with a run scored, those 3 RBIs, and he struck out twice. On the mound for the Sonics, Aura took the loss. In 7 innings, he gave up 9 hits for 3 runs, struck out 6, walked none, gave up 1 home run. Owen in relief in 2 innings, gave up 3 hits for a total of 1 run, struck out none, walked none, and gave up 1 home run. So that's the final from Seattle. Sonics lose by a score of 4 to 3. Well. That's all it is. There'll be no post-game interview here tonight. We thank you very much for listening. We'll see you again on Saturday night. Final score from Seattle. Philadelphia surged 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Sonics, 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. They left 8 men on base. Well, that does it here. We thank you very much for listening. This is your broadcaster signing off. We hope to see you again on the air some other time. Goodbye.